Well, that was traumatizing, but we're done. Hello! Sorry if you get grossed out, but I'm making bone broth again. This time, I'll add some modifications because you told me that I did it wrong the first time. First thing you told me that I did wrong is that I didn't clip the nails of the chicken feet and that it's full of germs. So I've just been trying to avoid them as much as possible so I don't get the ick in the middle of the video. But I guess we're gonna have to touch them more. Okay, you can do this. This is worse than just leaving them. I can do this. It's good for your skin. It's good for your health. It's good for your skin. The second mistake that you told me that I did wrong was that I put my veggies in the broth way too early and that it loses all of its nutritional value when it's cooked for that long. So you suggested that I put it in there like an hour or two before it's done. But I have some parsley, some celery, a red and a white onion, and I'll keep the peel on, some garlic with the peel on, some ginger, and also some carrots with the peel on. Now, nobody mentioned this part about putting the spices also towards the end, but when I was doing my research about the veggies, it also suggested that I put my spices at the end, and the only thing to actually do at the beginning is just to cook the chicken feet and the beef bones with some apple cider vinegar in some water. So I'm going to try this method this time. Another thing that I got canceled for was adding chicken bouillon into my bone broth, but I only do it for flavor so I don't get grossed out. I need some sort of flavoring in there, but you told me that it's really not healthy, so obviously this is something I'm drinking every day, so I don't want a lot of chemicals in my body every day, so I'm going to skip that this time. The last thing that I got whooped for was adding collagen powder in my bone broth, and people were like, why are you not just drinking the collagen powder if you're making bone broth and you want collagen? The answer is I can't drink this. This really triggers nausea for me, and I just can't, and I really want to add more benefits, but I can't stick to it. So this was prescribed for me by a doctor, so I know it works, so I just want to add a little bit of every cup that I'm drinking, and it's also cheaper to just stick to bone broth and a little bit of this than just, this is an expensive brand. But my mistake was adding it very early, so this time I'm going to add it at the very end after I turn off the heat after the 18 hours. I prepped my veggies so they are ready for me to add at the very end. Now for my spices, I will use some peppercorn, cloves, bay leaves, cardamom, turmeric, and pepper go hand in hand, black pepper, of course some salt, and I will also put some fresh nutmeg. I always forget this, but I always add a cinnamon stick also. And this time I will also add 1 star anise. I had my 4 beef bones cooking in the oven for a little bit because that sear gives it a really nice taste. Too much oil, my God. This fat, I save it and I use it for cooking. It's the cleanest form of fat you can get and you can cook it in your recipes. This is how it looks like when it's cold. This is how my chicken feet look after they've been cleaned. I soak them in some flour, lemon, and salt. Then now we have a deal. I'm going to only add some apple cider vinegar and some water, and I'm gonna keep it for 16 hours. The last 2 hours of the 18 hours, I'll add my veggies and my spices. About 3 tablespoons. Now I'll strain it and I'll put it in pans. I will strain it in these Pyrex pans because it becomes easier to remove the fat layer from on top. Now I'll let it cool down completely and then I'll remove the top layer of fat. It turned out so gelatinous and good. So good. But I still have to defrost it. It went from good to like, it's okay. So, but this is supposed to be better for you, so.